Welcome to today's movie recap. In this video, we'll revisit Carnival of Souls, 1962, a haunting psychological horror film directed by Herk Harvey. It's a story about life, death, and the thin line between reality and the afterlife. Let's dive in.
Rev it up. Come on, man, get ready.
Opening accident. The film begins with a drag race on a quiet rural road. Three young women in a car accept a reckless challenge against a group of men. Moments later, their vehicle loses control and crashes through a bridge, sinking into the river below. Hours later, rescue teams search the muddy water. Miraculously, one woman emerges alive, Mary Henry. Covered in mud and shock, she seems physically unharmed. But the eerie emptiness in her eyes foreshadows something deeply unsettling. Mary's new life. Determined to leave her past behind, Mary moves to another city to take a job as a church organist. She tells herself that a change of scenery will bring peace. Yet from the very beginning, her journey feels unnatural, as if she doesn't quite belong to the living. On the road, she notices an abandoned carnival ground by the lake. Its crumbling towers and silent rides draw her attention. Though empty, it seems to whisper to her, calling her closer. The first visions. Soon after settling in her boarding house, Mary begins to experience terrifying visions. A pale, ghostly man with hollow eyes appears suddenly, in mirrors, on the street, even outside her window. At first, she dismisses him as hallucinations caused by trauma. But the visions grow more persistent, and the ghostly figure feels increasingly real.
These old houses creak worse than my knees.
I didn't hear him, Mrs. Thomas. I saw him.
Now, don't talk that way. I don't sleep so good as it is. It's these old houses. They're big enough so that you could hide a man in every corner. You just gotta not let your imagination run away with you.
Are you going out there?
Well, of course.
What? People seem shocked because I took a job in a church, and I regard it simply as a job. I'm a professional organist, and I play for pay, that's all.
Thinking like that, don't they give you nightmares?
Strange you should say that. As a matter of fact, not for that reason, mind you, but I had the strangest feeling last night.
Isolation and fear. Mary tries to connect with people around her. Her landlady is kind but distant. A local man named John takes interest in her, but Mary struggles to respond. Whenever she plays the church organ, her music drifts into dark, unnatural tones, shocking the pastor. There are moments when the world itself rejects her. She speaks, but no one hears. She wanders the streets, invisible, unable to interact with the living. For brief moments, it feels as though she has slipped entirely out of reality.
What is it?
That man!
I didn't mean any harm. I just stopped to get a drink.
No! No! It was that man! That man! There was someone else there! That strange man was there!
Now look, you've had a fright. Hysteria won't solve anything. Now control yourself. Look,
The pull of the carnival. Haunted and confused, Mary finds herself drawn again and again to the abandoned carnival. She imagines music echoing through its halls, sees ghostly dancers twirling in silence. The pale man appears among them, watching, waiting. Terrified, she tries to escape, but the pull is stronger than her will. The carnival is not just a ruin, it's a gateway between the living and the dead.
You'll excuse my back, but I wanted to get some of that written down.
I must have been talking for an hour.
Anything else? Anything you haven't told me?
That's all there is. That's the whole story. He's been following me, that's all there is to it.
It isn't that simple, though, is it?
What do you mean?
He could hardly have been in the park this afternoon, or one of us men would have seen him. And that night in the hallway, you said yourself the landlady came up a minute later, and she didn't see him.
Not me, sister. That's just what I need. Get mixed up with some girl who's off her rocker.
I don't want to be left alone!
Final revelation. In the climax, Mary enters the carnival at night. The ghostly figure leads her into a macabre dance with dozens of pale, lifeless souls. She runs, screams, but the ghouls close in around her. Her fate is sealed. The next day, searchers pull her lifeless body from the river. She never truly survived the car crash. Everything, her new life, her struggles. The visions were the final steps of her journey into death.
She's determined to leave the city, and she wants to get away as soon as possible.
I hope she does leave.
I hope she can.
Ending. Carnival of Souls remains one of the most chilling examples of psychological horror. Filmed on a shoestring budget, it delivers an atmosphere of dread and isolation that still resonates decades later. The film reminds us that sometimes, survival is only an illusion, and the boundary between life and death is far thinner than we want to believe.